Alright, with respect to live classes, now how do we go about with the classes? This is the first session that you're attending today. It will be uploaded on YouTube as well. And the next session, we generally start out with quants. I will give you an exact order of study. You're more than welcome to attend the first couple of classes, and then you can do the enrollment and all. Enrollment will be taken care of by the coordinator, so that will not be a problem. It's very simple. With respect to classes, timings, we generally have a weekend class or a weekday class depending on which batch you're in. So generally for Jan to, when we start from December to May batch, in that case we have the classes on weekdays. Because what happens is there is a CFA level 2 and 3 batches also, there are more number of batches, so accommodating on weekends becomes difficult. When you're looking at the May to November batch, we generally have a weekend batch. So we'll have 2 classes on weekends, and because the syllabus is extensive, you will be taking a class on weekday as well. Now what happens with the weekday classes, that Saturday, Sunday will be a separate subject that will be continuing regularly, and Wednesday or Thursday or whatever weekday we decide, we'll decide the timings and all that after I'm done with the session. That is going to continue on the weekday. That will be a separate subject. So those who are working professionals cannot attend the weekday class. They can take that particular subject or those particular chapters home. So I will give you a list of the order of study which will be done on weekend and what will be done on weekdays, and you can do it accordingly. With respect to classes, I do not provide the Schweizer books. I do not provide the calculator. You'll have to purchase that yourself. The rest, everything is going to be taken care of by me. You won't have to worry about anything at all. Mind maps and all also will be provided. So what are the things you'll be provided? As I told you, the order of study, the scheduler, that will give you your routine, that will automatically give you that, and the performance tracker wherein I've highlighted the important, less important and everything. So that will be provided to you. So you will know the exact order. Then when you're talking about your practice material, so you will be provided the practice material in hard copy for the live students. All the practice and how to go about it, everything will be given, so you don't have to worry. Then you have your mock test that will be happening 1 month before the exam, somewhere in the last 20-25 days or so. The mock paper, the institute's mock paper, you're supposed to be giving it in the class in the exam environment. It's very important. You also have subject-wise class tests that will happen. So once one subject is over, you can do the class test. Video students will be getting it online, so they will be able to do it there. Then with respect to your backups, so when you're doing the class, you attend the live class. In case you've missed out the live class, a backup is regularly played. So suppose if you had a class in the morning, there is a class that will be played in the evening. You don't have to book the backup or something. You are more than welcome. It will be played irrespective. You can attend that backup. Say for example, someone is missing out a month of classes because they have an outstation, some work or something like that. Or suppose you have got a job and you're shifting to another city or something. You can take the remainder of the classes or the classes for that month home, and you can do it. We get the user ID and password of all the students created in the beginning itself. So on the laptop, the lectures will be encrypted. You can watch that. Similarly, for the ones who are working and they want to take the weekday classes home, so you can take those chapters at the beginning of the session only. You can take those home and you can do it at home. So that flexibility will be there. Even if you want to book a personal backup, like suppose you missed a class and you have to book somewhere in the weekday or something, you can ping the coordinator, coordinate with her, and you can book the backup for the same. With respect to doubts, either before your class or after your class, I might have a time free. So if I have a gap, like I might have consecutive classes, then I won't be able to do the doubts in between. But if you have a doubt before or after the class, if I'm free, you will be able to do all your doubts. So that will be there in one of the days, at least you will find me free before or after. And if you have a lot of doubts, you can ask me in between the break also. In the live class, of course, we'll be taking a 5-7 minute break in between. And even otherwise, if you have a lot of doubts together, you can just accumulate those together, ping the coordinator and come on one of the days, and you can do the doubts separately. You can also, amongst yourselves, you can stay back after the class. There are a couple of rooms that are available free. You can just sit back, discuss the doubts amongst yourselves, because that will be clarifying your concepts mutually. So that is a good idea. You can also post your doubts on the WhatsApp group. Everybody will be a part of WhatsApp group, and you can try to do the doubt solving on that too. Other than that, you will be getting mind maps also, so summary kind of stuff that is towards the exam. You'll be able to revise it very quickly, so you'll have your mind maps as well. Handouts, I've told you, I'll be dictating a few notes here and there. It's not like I'll give you a lot of things in writing, because my job is to explain. So every formula you should be able to derive, most of it, of course not every single formula. You should be able to understand every single word over here. So that is what we'll be going about it. And Revision classes will be happening towards the end of the session in the last 1 month. We try to complete the syllabus 1 month before the exam, but since the curriculum is extensive and your CFA exams generally happen in June, December, but yours is kind of May and November, 3rd week. So 20-25 days before, we try to target 1 month before, but we complete the curriculum 25 days before, approximately 25 days before. And yeah, I think the classes are 3 hours duration. So all the live classes are, every class is about 2 hours, 50 minutes, 3 hours duration. So that's about your live classes.